Welcome back to Unscripted Buzz. Today, we're diving into the chilling opening scene of Smile 2, a moment that sets the tone for the sequel while connecting it tightly to its predecessor. If you've been wondering how Joel's return and his actions tie into the larger story, stick around as we unravel the secrets behind this terrifying start. Smile 2, released 2 years after the original, picks up just a week after the events of Smile. The sequel quickly delves into how the franchise's sinister entity transitions from Rose to the new protagonist, Skye Riley. Directed by Parker Finn, a rising talent in the horror genre, the Smile series focuses on a terrifying, unseen force known as the Entity. This malevolent presence possesses unsuspecting victims, tormenting them with haunting visions of eerie, smiling faces. While Smile 2 mirrors some elements of its predecessor, it effectively raises the stakes and broadens the franchise's universe. Rather than creating an entirely standalone story, Smile 2 weaves in several connections to the 2022 original, demonstrating how its events lead seamlessly into the sequel. One of the clearest links is in the opening scene where Rose's ex-boyfriend, Joel, reappears to transfer the entity to a new victim. While this moment may seem perplexing at first, the sequence cleverly hides clues that unravel the deeper connection between the two films. Joel returns 6 days after Smile's ending at the beginning of Smile 2. Smile 2 shifts its focus to pop star Skye Riley, but the movie opens with a chilling sequence centered on Joel, Rose's ex-boyfriend, and a police officer introduced in the first film. In Smile, Joel helps Rose investigate the entity that haunts her, but their efforts fail, culminating in Joel witnessing Rose's tragic death. At the start of Smile 2, viewers find Joel driving into a quiet suburban neighborhood armed with weapons and a ski mask, targeting an unsuspecting victim. This scene bridges the events of the two films, as Joel becomes the entity's next target after witnessing Rose's demise. Haunted by the entity for a week, Joel uses the knowledge he gained through Rose to confront his inevitable fate, setting the stage for the sequel. Rather than bypassing Joel's story, Smile 2 opts to explore his brief but crucial role in the chain of victims, maintaining a tight narrative connection between the films and building on the mythology of the franchise. Joel's plan to pass the curse and live explained. At the start of Smile 2, Joel devises a bold and morally complex plan to escape the entity's curse. Rather than resigning himself to his fate, he tracks a known criminal to his home. Joel's plan is to kill the criminal in front of another murderer, hoping this would transfer the entity to the witness. Leveraging his resources and knowledge as a police officer, Joel attempts to save his own life while simultaneously delivering justice to dangerous individuals. However, his plan ultimately backfires, adding a tragic twist to his story. Joel's strategy hinges on exploiting the Smile loophole introduced in the first film. The entity can only be passed on by committing a murder or dying by suicide in front of a witness. For most victims, both options are horrifying, but Joel's unique perspective as a cop allows him to view this loophole as an opportunity to turn the entity's rules against it. Despite his determination and resourcefulness, Joel's attempt underscores the psychological and moral dilemmas at the heart of the Smile franchise, highlighting how desperation can lead even the most principled individuals into dark and dangerous territory. How Joel's plan goes wrong in Smile 2's opening scene. Joel's calculated plan to escape the entity takes an unexpected turn in Smile 2, leading to tragic consequences. He successfully kills one criminal in front of another, seemingly fulfilling the conditions to pass on the entity. However, chaos ensues when a shootout breaks out, and Joel accidentally kills the intended witness. Just as he thinks his plan has failed, he discovers a third person in the room, Lewis, a small-time drug dealer, who unwittingly witnesses the entire event. The entity latches onto Lewis instead, believing himself finally free of the curse. Joel attempts to leave the house, but in a cruel twist of fate, he is hit by a car and killed as he runs into the street. Had Joel's scheme gone as planned, it could have been a compelling way to weaponize the entity, passing it to individuals already entrenched in criminal activity. This lesser of two evils approach reflects Joel's desperation and moral struggle, attempting to use the curse for what he may have perceived as justice. Even if Joel's accidental killing of the second criminal had ended the entity's cycle, Lewis' unexpected presence derailed the plan entirely, and may have even contributed to Joel's untimely death. This darkly ironic outcome highlights the unpredictable nature of the entity and the futility of trying to outsmart it. Why Joel dies in the beginning of Smile 2. Joel's death at the start of Smile 2, while disheartening, serves a critical narrative purpose. His demise ensures that Lewis, the entity's new victim, is left isolated and without guidance. Unlike Joel, who had the advantage of learning about the entity through Rose, Lewis is forced to endure the haunting without any understanding of what is happening to him. This lack of support heightens the tension and reinforces the entity's merciless nature. If Joel had survived, Lewis might have had a chance to track him down and uncover the truth about the entity. Instead, Joel's untimely death leaves no room for such a resolution, emphasizing the grim, unrelenting force of the curse. Additionally, Joel's fate contributes to the franchise's overarching theme of inevitability. Though he manages to free himself from the entity, his death shortly afterward underscores that escaping its grip does not guarantee safety. Whether his demise was due to distraction or a symbolic representation of the entity's enduring reach, the result is the same. Even survival comes with a cost. Smile 2 solidifies the idea that no one is truly safe from the entity's clutches, setting the stage for future installments to delve deeper into its terrifying mythology and relentless power.